Welcome, HC Nation, to another Whatever Wednesday. There was a question that came up. It's not exactly, this is going to be a tutorial Tuesday or a Whatever Wednesday. I'll figure out which one I want to put in because it is about the game, but it's not a rule in the game. It's basically house rules. I'm going to talk about house rules because it's important. There are rules that are not put in the rule sheet for a reason, such as house rules, things that people usually like to make for themselves. We want to give you base rules and allow you to expand upon them. It's not the rule sheet's not vague. It's not supposed to be, but it gives you abilities to create house rules and ways of making this game yours. There are some rules, and I'm going to explain this. There are some rules that allow you to be creative. There are also rules that you get to decide because, you know what, it's not for us to decide. For example, and this one actually came from Stacy Miles. This came from Miles. It basically talks about how if you exchange a card during the game, is that permanent? Now, by permanent, they're actually talking about, do they get to keep it at the end of the game? So there was a lot of arguing. I'll give you a little background. There's a little bit of arguing that came from people trying to keep a card that they won during the game, or getting confused at which cards were whose cards were whose at the end of the game. So we switch out a bunch of cards all during the game, and we lose track of our cards. And to fix that, actually, we were demanded by some of the players' moms especially, that since we created the game, we have to solve the issue, the problem that they found that there was arguments being created. And that's why we came up with the colored sleeves. We brought the colored sleeves out because if you're playing with your cards and at the end of the game you want them back, you can have them back because they're in colored sleeves. It's hard to get them mixed up when there's a yellow sleeve and a white sleeve. They don't exactly go together. So the sleeves are a great way of knowing this. Now, to Miles' point, this is something that's also a big question when it comes to a lot of other games that are out there. Are the interactions with cards, are they permanent? Do I get to keep the cards I won? If I won all of my opponent's land, do I get to keep them at the end of the game? I'm leaving this up to you. You discuss it before you play the game. If it's not discussed, it's not the rule. You do not get to keep the cards unless you discuss it at the end. There's a reason for this. If I have one starter deck, say I grab the Nikola Tesla starter deck, there are 6 lands in here. That's it, 6 lands. If you take my lands at the end of the game, I can't play the game again. Now say I have a big stack of a whole bunch of different decks. I got a ton of land. Okay, you want to have a permanent game? Great. But I don't promote that because I want you to be able to play the game and have fun. It's a fun game. And I don't want the arguments that start up after those kind of games where things become permanent. They're your cards. Keep them safe. Put them in protectors. You can get them many different places. Keep them safe and also be transparent with your opponent. Here's the thing. I met a guy at the Colorado convention. Sadly, nobody wants to play with him anymore. And why is that? Because he's very competitive and he always wins. And it's not a bad thing to win. It's great if you have the ability to win. But now try to go one step further. So now you win every deck, or every game. Nobody wants to play with you. Use your brain. Think about this. If you're always winning, nobody wants to play with you. You might want to think about holding back. Dumbing down your deck. If you're winning because you stack your deck and you win every time, nobody's want to play with you. Make it better. Here's the thing I do. I can win the game every time. I created this game. I know it. Well, actually, it's not true. I thought I knew it backwards and forwards. But you guys have shown me that there are a lot of strategies I never thought of. But I never stack my deck. I never create the perfect deck. I could make the perfect deck because I have access to every card. I have access to all the rare cards. Nobody else does. I have access, not even my business partner. He's still biting at the bit trying to get me to give him some rare cards. No, he has to earn them. Just like you guys do. He has to earn them. Anyways, but I have access to all these different cards. I can make the perfect deck and beat you every time. But what kind of fun is that? So every time I get challenged by an opponent, by someone I meet at the conventions, I always grab a new deck or one of the decks that's on the table. I will never put together my perfect deck. Maybe in the future, I should step back from that. I should never say never. Maybe in the future there's going to be our World Championship. Yes, we are doing regionals next year. We're going to do US, and then we're doing international. So look forward to that. But maybe there's a time to challenge. When there's a person that wins the World Championship, I mean, maybe I should actually create my deck and compete against them. See how I do. I'm not bragging. I'm not at all trying to brag. But I had one of the best games when there was 5 other players. Most of them were brand new, or at least playing a few games, and then I could challenge them. All 5 of them were going for me. They wanted to stop me. And within, I think it was probably 20 rounds, 15 rounds, I beat them all. Every single one of them. I beat them. I don't know how it is, but it's just fun. And I grabbed a deck that was right off the table. Actually, I think I grabbed somebody else's deck because we were moving around. It's fun to win. Yes, it is. But it's even more fun when you can play it multiple times with a person, find out different strategies. And it's also fun. Check this out. It's also fun to watch someone else win. Yeah, it is. It's really fun like that. Because you get their enjoyment as much as you get your enjoyment. And if you're not selfish, you spread the love, you'll actually get some of their excitement and it'll build you up. That's why this game is so great. This is a building game. This is a constructive game where things don't have to be permanent. Give back the cards at the end of the game. Don't try to create the perfect deck to win every single time, because no one will want to play with you. And as we go, as we create the video game online, then you'll be able to challenge people that are at your same level. And right now, you might not have those people at the same level. Dumb down your deck. You're not holding back yourself as much as you're learning from playing more. If you have no one playing with you, you're not going to learn. You're not going to continue playing because there's no solitary way of playing this game. And that's actually an idea. I'd love to create a contest where you guys get to give us solitary rules on how to play. As an example, and yeah, I'm making this a little bit long, but we actually had another guy at the Colorado convention came out and told us about how he plays the game. Have you ever heard of Stratego? Yeah, think of a mix of Stratego and Historical Conquest, where you don't get to see the cards until you attack your opponent. How cool is that? Okay, he's supposed to create the video. I hope he does soon, because I'd love to promote it. He's a very smart guy that plays this with his family, and they play it all the time. But they created this together, so I shouldn't say they are very creative. And when they showed me this new rule, I got really excited. So if they don't show it on video, if they don't promote it themselves, I want to promote their idea. I'll give a shout out, but I'd really like them to send me a video so we can get this going and show everyone else how to play. It's a new level. It's Historical Conquest 2.0, basically. So if you have any questions, comments, put them below. Until next time, thanks so much. Thanks for listening to me, and I hope this helps. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.